And welcome everybody. We don't need any special props today, but if you have a chair that you like to put at the front of your mat for our sun salutation, you can do that. Your blocks for sun salutation. Blocks would be really helpful for the sun salutation because we're going to explore the ever popular half splits. I would encourage you now to get on your mat. If you're comfortable lying down on your back, to take a few moments to connect or reconnect with your breath. If you are not comfortable lying on your back, you're welcome to take a seat, whatever serves you best. But lying on your back just allows you to focus on your breath. Maybe you choose the restorative rest pose with your knees bent, feet at the edges of your mat and your knees knocked together. Maybe one hand on your heart, the other on your belly. Whatever serves you at this time, take a few moments to focus on your inhales and your exhales. And I have thought about patience this week because I think many of us are impatient with the pandemic, maybe impatient with just the lack of progress that maybe we perceive in coming to an end of the pandemic. Patience with maybe testing. I have a daughter who is waiting on a COVID test because she's vaccinated, but she had an exposure, and we are seeing people getting COVID even after vaccination because we know there's the 5% who are going to get it even despite vaccination. Patience maybe with your own walk, your health walk. Maybe it's not as rapid as you had thought it was going to be. And we know there are no instant cures for our bodies, but it takes patience, it takes persistence to wait when we need to wait and to persist and continue to work towards a goal that sometimes seems unattainable, but one step at a time. So breathe in that patience, that determination, and on your exhale, let go of impatience, anger, fear, negativity. So breathe in strength and power, and let go of those negative feelings that really don't serve us. Maybe again, your Ujjayi pranayama breath, the breath of victory with lips sealed. Maybe that doesn't serve you, but if it does, breath in through your nose and out through your nose. An audible breath, so it's a slight constriction at the back of your throat, an oceanic sound. lying on your back, take a full body stretch, arms overhead, extend your feet towards the front of your mat. Maybe arch your back, take a good morning stretch. And we'll say hello to our core. So rebend your knees, hip distance, feet are hip distance apart, and take your hands behind your head. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your chest and engage your low abdominal muscles. This is a lift of the heart. Spread your elbows. Smash the small of your back into your mat to really activate those abdominals. For 3 and 2 and 1. Inhale, lower down and rest. We'll flow breath to movement. Elbows spread wide. Lift your heart. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep the small of your back engaged and connected to your mat. Go at your own pace. Find that core engagement. This is working our belly. It promotes continence. It promotes posture and balance. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take one more morning stretch. Now arch your back and stretch out those belly muscles that you just worked. Bend your knees once again and stamp the soles of your feet up on the ceiling for happy baby. Spread your knees apart. Maybe grab the insides or outsides of your thighs. Glue your back of your head down to your mat, your shoulders, your thoracic vertebrae, your lumbar vertebrae, your sacrum, even your tailbone. Maybe you rock gently from side to side, or maybe stillness is what you need. Breathe in and out. Breathe in that patience. Let go of stress. Pull your knees together and knees into your chest. Maybe grab the backs of your thighs and rock and roll a couple times along the length of your spine up to a seat, or maybe you turn to one side and push yourself up to an easy seat. Either way, come to a seat and you can sit on your mat or you can sit on your chair, whatever serves you. We'll do our Y for C spine warm up, and it's a little twist. It's a little more challenging. We'll have our hands behind our head. If that doesn't serve you, you don't have to do it. You can do traditional Y for C spine warm up. If you're seated on your mat, maybe your legs are crossed. If you're on your chair, come to the edge of your chair, ground into your sits bones. And center your rib cage over your hips. Pull your belly in. Belly stays in to protect your lower back. Shoulders are down. Hands on your knees. Inhale, seated mountain pose. Sweep your arms up. Palms face each other. Pause here. Belly in. Lift your heart. Lift the crown of your head. Tuck your tail. One more lift. One more inhale. And exhale. Take your hands behind your head, just as we did on our backs. Maybe interlace your fingers, maybe cradle the occipital bone, that protuberance on your lower head, just between your head and your neck, and lift the crown of your head. Now, our cow is just a little more increased. Spread your elbows just even a little more. Stick your tail out and spread your collarbones. Activate the muscles in between your shoulder blades. Just maybe a tiny tip of the chin up. You should feel activation of your back muscles. One more breath in and exhale, cat variations. Pull your elbows together, and draw your chin towards your chest and belly button towards your spine. So now feel how we can stretch all of those back muscles that we were just working. And this should feel very nice and kind of a relief, because that seated cow is not easy. One more breath in and out. Inhale, straighten your spine and spread your elbows back to our neutral position, and exhale, side bend to the right. And point your left elbow straight up towards the ceiling. Both of your sits bones are still grounded, so we're not tipping over to the side. We're grounded. We're creating space in our left side, and we are in one plane. And inhale back to neutral, exhale, side bend to the left. Belly stays in, shoulders are down. Point your right elbow straight up towards the ceiling. Mine is not straight up towards the ceiling, but that's just kind of a goal. And continue to spread your elbows. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. With every inhale, reach the crown of your head higher and pull your belly in. On the exhale, a tiny twist more. Breath in and out. Inhale back to center and exhale, twist to the left. You can't really twist as much as maybe we usually do. We usually have a little leverage on our thigh, and this time it's all about our belly, all about our back. We're working our entire core and strengthening and providing flexibility. Inhale back to center, release your arms overhead. That is a relief. And exhale, take your hands to heart center. Take a breath here in and out. That is a lot of work. So we're going to just shake our arms out and recognize that if we have to take a break in between our sequence, we can certainly feel free to do that. We're going to flow breath to movement. So if you're seated on your mat, lean back and change the cross of your legs. Maybe extend your legs, bounce out your knees a little bit, and then change out the cross of your legs. If you're on your chair, you can just extend your legs forward, take a little bounce, and then bend your knees once again. Start with your hands on your knees, and we'll flow breath to movement, that lovely sequence, moving our spine. Inhale, mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, hands behind your head. Inhale, cow, spread your collarbones. Exhale, cat. Touch your elbows, round forward. Inhale, neutral, keep the grip. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, mountain, release. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath here in and out. One more breath in and out. Change out the cross of your legs. And we are going to do some shoulder rolls, hands on your knees. Inhale, lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll them forward and down. Inhale, roll them back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. And now we'll reverse. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. And change out that cross of your legs one more time. And this is another really fun one, but we will enjoy it. Inhale, mountain pose, arms up. And now we're going to take a twist to the right and slice our arms forward and back. Left arm forward, right arm back. and twist to the right. Maybe you shake your head no from side to side. Maybe you gaze over your right shoulder, palms face down. And this is an open arm twist. Inhale back to center, palms face. Exhale, slice it to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back. Maybe roll out your neck one more time for shaking your head no. I was told recently that in yoga, it's important to learn to say no. And that is so true. Inhale back to center and exhale, hands to heart center. Because before I had learned, oh, you should always end with a yes because it's more positive. But I kind of like the empowerment of being able to say no. All right, we're going to flow breath to movement just a couple times since that was so much fun. And if you choose to say no to this, you are free to say no to this or anything else. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, slice right. Left arm forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, slice left. Right arm forward. Inhale, center. One more each side. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath in and out. Ooh, one more breath in. Breathe in flexibility, strength, patience. Exhale, breathe it out. Great job. Come to tabletop, your hands and knees. And if you are one that has tender knees, you can put a towel or a blanket under your knees, or you can fold up your mat. But we're going to do a couple things from tabletop. And in the spirit of patience, I'm going to teach you a new Chaturanga. You may have heard of Chaturanga. It's a transition that's done in traditional yoga. And we have a modified Chaturanga that starts with tabletop, hands and knees. I'll just show it quickly. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale to plank. So step back, shoulders over wrists, activating your whole belly. Inhale, take your knees down. And exhale, child's pose. Sink your hips towards your heels. So we'll try that together. If plank doesn't work for you, you don't have to do it. You can just tip forward a little bit instead of plank. And if you're doing tabletop, if you're doing the Chaturanga without kneeling on your knees, that is from your chair. So let's try it together, and I'll do it from my chair just for the sake of doing that. So inhale, tabletop, hands and knees. Exhale, step back to plank, shoulders over wrists, or just tip forward. Inhale, knees down, and exhale, child's pose, step forward, or sink your hips towards your heels. Let's do that one more time just to see if we've got it. And if this is like I hate this Chaturanga, you can do inhale, cow, lift your tail, drop your belly, shoulders back. Exhale, cat, round, and curl. So any variation that serves you, you can do what is best. So our modified Chaturanga, inhale, tabletop, exhale, plank, or just tip forward, inhale, knees down, exhale, child's pose. And let's stay here for just a moment. Sink your hips towards your heels. You can extend your fingertips forward, or you can sweep your arms behind. This is called Embryo Pose. You can stack your forearms and put your forehead on your forearms to find some rest. One more breath in and out. Okay, ready for a little more core engagement, because we can never have enough core engagement, in my opinion. And I mentioned continence. So when you are doing your core work, pull your belly in and draw your pelvic floor in, and that will help with posture, balance, continence. So we're starting with our right leg. We're going to do a combination of tiger curls and fire hydrants. So inhale, right leg back, lift your right heel, flex your right foot, drop your right hip down, and exhale, knee to nose, curl it in, push your palms into your mat, lift your knee towards your nose, activate your core. Inhale, extend it back, and exhale, curl it in. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, curl it in. And now put it down again. We'll do the other side. Inhale, left leg back, flex your left foot, drop your left hip down. Exhale, curl it in. First time is a little longer just because it's so much fun. Knee to nose, lift it up. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, curl it in, and put your left knee down again. Right leg fire hydrant. So this is with your knee stays bent. It's an activation of your outer glutes and outer thigh muscles, lifting your leg to the side. So take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your right knee for fire hydrant. You guys know fire hydrant. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put it down. Left leg. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Look down and between your hands. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Put it down. Alternate sides. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift right. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift left. Inhale, lower. Exhale, right. Inhale, lower. Exhale, left. One more each side. Inhale, right or lower, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, left. And that was just totally awesome. So good job. Take a child's pose if that feels good to you. Sink your hips towards your heels. And if you don't like child's pose, take a cow and a cat just to neutralize things out. Cows and cats are always awesome. When you're ready, we will start our sun salutation. If you have blocks, put them up towards the top of your mat. So you'll need them well, you don't need them, but it's helpful to have them to slide back when we do our half splits. I promised you the awesome half splits. So start in tabletop. And if you don't have blocks, you can use paper towel rolls. They're very helpful. And you can do it without any props, but it's easier with the props. So tabletop, hands and knees. We'll start with our right leg. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, bend your right leg and step in between your hands and use your right hand to get it up there where you need it. Inhale, grab onto your blocks and put some weight into it. And as you exhale, straighten your right leg and walk your blocks back or slide them back. So hips are over your left knee, and you can put weight into your blocks. You don't have to completely straighten your right leg, but you can if you want. You can flex your right foot, dorsiflex your toes towards your nose. You can even inhale, lengthen your spine, and send your chest forward, and exhale. Take a little bow forward with a flat back. This is pretty intense on the back of your front leg, and that's why it's the ever popular half splits. Breathe into the back of your right leg. One more inhale, one more exhale. Inhale, bend your right leg and walk or slide your blocks forward. And exhale, take your hands up to your knees. Take a little sink of your hips forward if you'd like to intensify while we're on our slow, to get a little stretch in your back, quads in your right hamstrings. But we aim to have our knee over our ankle rather than too far in front of our elbow. Lift up. And you can stay here, or you can lift your arms for full kneeling warrior, palms face. Reach your fingertips up. One more breath in and exhale. Take your hands down to your chair, your blocks, or your mat. Look down, tuck your back toes. Inhale, lift your back knee, push into your blocks, and exhale, step in between your blocks. And inhale, straighten your legs. Standing mountain pose, arms overhead, palms face each other. Belly in, tuck your tailbone down, slide your shoulder blades down your back, look forward, reach through the crown of your head. One more inhale and exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath here, in and out. Inhale, mountain pose, arms go up. Rotate your palms out, exhale, bend your knees and swan dive. Take your hands down to your chair, your blocks or your mat. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, step back right and put your right knee down. Inhale, look forward and exhale back to tabletop. Option for Chaturanga, but we'll take a breath in and out. Optional Chaturanga or cow and cat. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, plank, step back. Inhale, knees down. And exhale, child's pose, hips towards your heels. Take a breath here, in and out. Back to tabletop, hands and knees. We'll do the same with the left. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, bend your left leg, step in between your hands. That takes a lot of core work, that right there. And so be proud of yourself if you've even stepping, even if you need a little assistance, that's okay. Grab onto your blocks, inhale and exhale. Start to walk your blocks back, straighten your left leg for half splits. Blocks close to your hips. Option to flex your left foot, dorsiflect towards your nose. Option to lengthen your spine and take a little fold. And embrace that feeling on the back of your leg. We don't overdo it, so it's not pain, but it is a bit intense. And breathe into the back of your leg. Breath in and out. Inhale, bend your left leg, walk or slide your blocks back. And exhale, take your hands to your knees. Take an inhale. And exhale, draw your shoulders down. Maybe sink your hips on the slow and get that additional stretch on the front of your back leg and the back of your front leg. How about that? Breath in and out. Maybe you inhale, sweep your arms up for kneeling warrior. Breath in. And exhale, take your hands down to your chair, blocks, or mat. Look down, tuck your back toes. Inhale, lift your back knee, rock forward, and step on the exhale. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose, and exhale, hands to heart center. Breath here, in and out. Inhale, mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive, hands down to your chair, blocks, or mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back left, put your left knee down. Inhale, lift your gaze, and exhale, tabletop. Breath in and out. Option for Chaturanga or cow and cat. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, plank. Inhale, knees down. And exhale, child's pose. Breath in and out. One more breath in and out. We will flow breath to movement, vinyasa style. And it goes a lot faster. We're going to leave out all the crazies. It'll just be quick, and you link your breath to your movement because your breath may very well be different from mine. Tabletop, hands and knees. Let's go. Start with your right leg. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, step in between your hands. Inhale, straighten, or inhale, grab your blocks. Exhale, half split, straighten. Inhale, bend and walk forward. Exhale, hands to your knees. Inhale, arms up, kneeling warrior. Exhale, hands down to your mat, blocks, or chair. Inhale, lift your back knee and rock forward. Exhale, step in between your hands. Inhale, mountain pose, up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back, right knee down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale and exhale. Optional chaturanga. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, plank. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, child's pose. Breathe here in and out. Back to tabletop. Last side, left leg. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, step in between your hands. Inhale, grab your blocks. Exhale, half split, straighten your left leg. Inhale, bend your left leg, walk your blocks forward. Exhale, hands to your left knee. Inhale, option to reach towards the sky, kneeling warrior. Exhale, hands down to your chair, blocks, or mat. Inhale, lift your back knee and rock forward. Exhale, step in between your hands. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breath here in and out. Back down. Inhale, mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, step back left knee down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale and exhale. Last chaturanga option. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, plank. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, child's pose. Breathe here in and out. Great job. Grab a sip of water if you need it. I am sweating, so I know that has been pretty intense. This whole session so far has been pretty intense. Our sun salutation builds our flexibility and strength and focus, and we'll have one more standing series, which will build our muscle, our bone, and promote flexibility, balance. It has everything. And let's be patient with ourselves and patient with your teacher. If I mess up, which I always do many times during class, I'm trying to show myself grace and patience. So I request that you show patience to yourselves and to each other and to me as well. So standing at the top of your mat, inhale, mountain pose, feet are hip distance apart, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, chair pose, bend your knees and take your hands either to heart center. You can leave them up if you want, heart center, or take your hands down to your thighs if you need a little extra support. Point your knees in the same direction as your feet, tuck your tail, rock your weight towards your heels. And yes, chair pose, you need patience for that because your quads start screaming very quickly. So inhale, mountain pose, we'll get rid of that one. Exhale, hands to heart center, bend your knees, step back with your left leg. So ground into your right foot, step back with your left. Feet are about 2.5 feet apart, or maybe a little less, depending on what you'd like. Right foot points forward, left foot points towards the side of your mat. Take your hands on your ribs and turn them towards the long side of your mat. Going towards the ever popular Warrior Two. Inhale, bend your right leg. Exhale, extend your arms forward and back. Gaze is forward. Warrior Two, arms parallel to your mat. One more breath in and out. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, take your right hand inside your right thigh with the back of your hand towards your right thigh, going towards triangle. For today, take your left hand to your left hip or ribs and inhale, scoot your or tip your hips back, and exhale, slide your right hand down your right thigh a little bit for triangle pose to tip forward. Open up your heart. Left elbow points up towards the ceiling, and your gaze is wherever you would like it to be, wherever it's comfortable. And slide your right hip forward. Hike your left hip up and back. One more inhale. On the exhale, bend your right leg. Inhale, sweep your right hand, palm faces up, sweep your right arm up and over, reverse warrior. It's a side bend, not a back bend. So maintain that, maintain your ribs facing towards the long side of your mat. Your gaze is wherever you'd like it to be. Reach your fingertips back. Palm is now down. And shoulders are down. One more breath in here and reverse warrior. And exhale, turn to face the front of your mat, bend both of your knees, take your hands to heart center, pivot on your back foot and step forward for a breath in and out. And we'll do that on the other side. You awesome people. We're all in this together. We get that lovely chair, but we're not going to hold it as long. Inhale, mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, chair pose, bend your knees, hands to heart center, or leave them up or on your thighs. Inhale, mountain pose, straighten your legs. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to heart center, step back with your right foot, ground into your left foot, step back with your left. On the slow, we'll take a minute to set it up. Turn your ribs to face the long side of your mat. Check that your left foot points towards the front of your mat, your right foot towards the side of your mat, and your left heel, if you drew a line, your left heel would be coming towards the arch of your right foot. So turn your ribs. Inhale, bend your left leg. And exhale, extend your arms forward and back. Activate the muscles on top of your arms. So palms face down. Peel your fingertips in opposite directions. Activate your arm muscles as if somebody's pushing on them. One more inhale. One more exhale. If you have to bend and straighten, you just do that. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Put your right hand on your hip. Exhale, take your left hand inside your left thigh. The back of your hand faces your left thigh and bump your hips back. Inhale, exhale, slide your left hand down your left thigh a little bit. Spin your heart open, shoulders are down. Left hip bumps forward, right hip bone hikes up and back. So your entire body is in one plane, triangle pose. Take a breath here in. And exhale, bend your left leg once more. Slide your left hand up. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and over for reverse warrior. Left knee is bent. Left arm goes up and then back. Reach your fingertips towards the back. One more breath in here. Exhale, face the front of your mat. Hands go to heart center. Pivot on your back. Ball of your foot. Step forward. Take a breath in and out. And now that we've got that down 100%, we will flow breath to movement. Movements are not as big, they're smaller movements, not as deep. And our aim is to flow our breath to our movement. So if your breath is not at the same pace as mine, you are absolutely fine. And it's probably not the same as mine because we're all different. So inhale, mountain pose, arms overhead. Exhale, chair, bend your knees, hands to heart center. Inhale, mountain, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to heart center, step back left. Inhale, bend your right leg. Exhale, warrior two, extend your arms forward and back. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, triangle, slide your right hand down your right thigh. Inhale, bend your right leg. And exhale, sweep your arm up and over, reverse warrior. Take an inhale and exhale, face the front, hands to heart center, step forward, breath in and out. Inhale, mountain pose, arms overhead. Exhale, chair pose, bend your knees, tuck your tail. Inhale, mountain pose, lift it up. Exhale, hands to heart center, left step back right. Inhale, bend your left leg. Exhale, extend your arms forward and back, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your left knee. Exhale, triangle, slide your left hand down the inside of your left thigh. Inhale, exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and back, warrior, reverse warrior. And exhale, face the front, sweep it forward, step forward. Take a breath in and out. Great job. One more breath in and one more breath out. We are ready now to come back down to our mat, take a seat, and we'll do another twist. I like to have twists at the end of class because that helps to promote flexibility and you're warmed up. So maybe you can twist a little more. So, and if you want to do this from your chair, you certainly can do it. Sit with your legs pointing straight forward and maybe draw a little flesh from underneath your sits bones. And now extend your left leg, bend your right leg, and bring the sole of your right foot to your mat, either on the inside or the outside of your left leg. So whatever is most comfortable for you, we'll go for the twist. Whatever the main goal is to lift your spine and straighten your spine, pull your belly in. So hug onto your right knee, and then grab your left elbow and just hold onto your right knee. Inhale, straighten your spine, and exhale, reach your right hand back and go for the twist now to the right. So right knee is bent either inside or outside of your left thigh. And maybe take a gaze over your right shoulder. Take a breath in here and out. And if you want to do your no back and forth, you can do a no back and forth. Know your limitation. Inhale, come back to center and extend both legs again long. Going for a seated forward fold. Your knees can be bent quite a bit or straight or any combination, a little micro bend. Inhale, lift your heart and straighten your spine. And exhale with a flat back. Send your heart towards your toes. So the inhale is to lengthen. The exhale is to fold. And maybe your fold is just a neutral pose because this is hard to do. Or maybe with time, as you breathe, you can slowly walk your hands down. And any amount of bend in your knees is absolutely fine. The straighter your knees are, you'll notice more stretch on the backs of your legs. A bent knee may focus the stretch on your lower back a little more. We'll do a little massage now over the tops of our legs. Maybe promote a little lymphatic motion here. Inhale, massage the tops of your legs and go all the way up to your hip creases, your inguinal areas. And exhale, walk down, back stays flat, walk your hands down. Inhale, massage up to your hip creases, and exhale, walk back down. Maybe this feels good, I hope. Inhale, massage up, and exhale, walk down. One more time to massage up. Inhale, massage up, and exhale, walk down. Now bend your left leg. Keep your right leg straight and take your left foot either inside your right thigh or you can cross it over, whatever feels best. Straighten your spine, lift your heart, drop your shoulders down and hug onto your left knee and grab it with your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, reach back with your left hand and twist to the left. Aim to have a nice straight spine. Lift the crown of your head up towards the ceiling on your inhale, and on your exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Bend both knees and place the soles of your feet together. We call this Badakanasana or bound angle or butterfly pose. Again, maybe you stop and pull the flesh out from underneath your sits bones so you can tilt your pelvis forward a little bit. Maybe you fan open your big toes, but keep your pinky toes together or close to together. You can be close to your body or further away, whatever works. Take an inhale to lengthen and exhale, fold again. Maybe you take your elbows and gently coax your knees open a little more. Flat back, I feel, is much safer for our spine than rounding over. If you feel happy about rounding over and you know that's safe in your body, you can try it. But I prefer a straight spine. I think it protects my discs better. And that's why I do that, even though the fold is not as deep. If I round it over, I could go a whole lot further. But I choose to have a flat back so that protects my discs. One more breath in and out. And inhale, rise back up and make your way to your back. Maybe you reach forward and slowly lower using your core, or maybe you just find a different way down to your back. No problem. On your back, we will open our hips, bend your left leg, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. For supine pigeon, flex your right foot and coax your right knee towards the front of your mat. And just rest your head down. You can lift your left leg if you like. Circle your hands around your left thigh and use your right elbow to coax your right knee forward. And I feel opening of my outer right hip. What do you feel? And if you lifted your left leg, slowly take it down, uncross your right leg, plant your right foot down, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, and find supine pigeon on the other side. Maybe you lift up your right leg to circle your hands around the back of your right thigh. Breathe into your left hip. And if you lifted your right foot, put it down, uncross your legs. Take one more full body stretch. And how is this stretch different, if at all, from your stretch, your first stretch at the beginning of class? And when you're ready, find either an inversion now for our last few minutes of class together. An inversion, or maybe you go back to your restorative rest pose with your feet at the edges of your mat, your knees bent and your knees knocked together. Maybe legs up the wall. Maybe you put your calves on the seat of your chair. Rest as long as you have time. And when you're ready to move on with your day today, start slowly with little movements of your fingers and your toes. Rock your head from side to side. Maybe one last good morning stretch. And then turn to one side and push yourself up slowly to a seat. And I'm grateful to have had this time with you. I appreciate it. I look forward to it every week as we learn patience together, patience in our waiting, patience in our doing, patience with ourselves, patience with others, patience with this pandemic. And we need to love ourselves and love others. So, in appreciation and in love, take your hands to Heart Center and we'll take a community breath together. Inhale, breathe in that patience, that love, that caring. Exhale, we bow forward. Namaste.